This is based on the Z transform. So Z transform of any function is defined as, first of all, we are using the notation capital Z to denote the Z transform on sequence of function xk, which is defined at summation k from 0 to infinity xk z to the power minus k. So here it is a function of variable k. Like in Laplace transform it was function of variable t, here it's function of variable k. And we are using it for discrete point function. We were using Laplace for the continuous function, that's why it was integral. Okay, so now we have these rules for the Z transform. So how do we work with it? So it means, first rule says 1. The Z transform of 1 is Z over Z minus 1. So remember, this rule is for Z transform of 1. Means it should be 1 only with this region of existence. Now, so when I say it's 1, what it means, you cannot use this rule for like Z transform of 3 means Z over Z minus 3. No, it should be like 3 times. We can write it as Z transform of 1, which is 3 times Z transform of 1 is Z over Z minus 1. Remember, this rule is for 1. If it is 1, and then only you will get Z over Z minus 1. It's not for the constant like we are having for Laplace. Now for operator, better I'll write like this Z to differentiate between the operator Z and the normal Z. Similarly, if you need to find Z transform of say E, where E is a constant, you can write E times Z transform of 1, because we can express any number as a multiple of 1. So it will give you Ez over Z minus 1. Now let's look at the second rule. Second rule is for Z transform of k. Again, k is not a constant. Okay, k is a function. So second rule is Z transform of k. K is a variable, not constant. This is Z over Z minus 1 to the power 2. Okay, k is not a constant. So here you can have the rules. You can use this like if you have a scalar multiple. Like suppose you need to find Z transform of 7k. So as 7 is a scalar, similar to other operators, here also you can take the scalar outside. So it will give you 7 Z over Z minus 1 to the power 2. See, this number 1 you cannot change. Okay. The third property states that Z transform of A to the power k. Now here A is a constant. So when A is a constant, it's getting changed here, Z over Z minus A, with the condition that mod of Z should be greater than mod of A. So the third property states that Z transform of A to the power k, it is Z over Z minus A. Now here A is a constant, any numerical value. So how we can work on it? Let's see, like if it is Z transform of 2 power k. So in place of A we have 2. So we write Z over Z minus 2. So what we did? We just replaced, if it is A here, we have to change by Z over Z minus A. So it was 2, so we wrote here 2. Here be a bit careful, like how do you write Z and 2, because sometimes when we write in hurry, Z and 2 appears same. So be careful in your writing. So again we are working on the third property. So if I have to find say Z transform of 7 power k, what it will be? By the rule Z over Z minus 7. What will happen instead of 7 I have minus 7 to the power k. So it will be z over, as per the rule, z minus of minus 7, because here your a is minus 7, right? So this gives you z over z plus 7. Okay. So this is how it will work. Another concept that can be based on the same question, like what if I have 7 to the power 2k? How do we work with this? Here you can use of the property that if it is x to the power mn, it is same as writing x to the power m times n, or x to the power n times m. Okay, so to solve the questions based on this rule, we are going to use these rules of indices, like x to the power m plus n. We can write it as x to the power m times x to the power n. And x to the power m minus n, we can write it as x to the power m times x to the power minus n, or we can also write it as in the division form. So we have to make use of these properties to work with such kind of questions. See how it will work. So 7 to the power 2k, using this rule of indices. So 7 to the power 2k, we can write it as 7 to the power 2 and k, because we want to use this rule and it need only k as a coefficient. Means k should not multiplied or added with any other number. So we will write it as 7 power 2 is 49 to the power k. So now it is in the form that we can apply this rule. So this gives you z to the power, z is equal, z transform of 49 to the power k. So in place of a, now we have z over z minus 49. Now this is different than the question z transform of 2, 7 power k. 2 multiply 7 power k. So in this case 2 is a scalar, we take it outside, multiplied with 7 to the power k. So this gives you 2z over z minus 7. Okay, so this is the difference between these two questions. So let's work on some more questions. Like suppose you need to find z transform of say 3 to the power 2k plus 1. Now you have something in addition, but we have the rule for z transform of a to the power k only, which gives you z over z minus a. Okay, so what we can do, we need to rewrite this term. So we can rewrite, we work with this term like this, 3 to the power 2k plus 1. We know that when base is same and terms in the power are added, we can write it as 3 to the power 2k times 3 to the power 1. Okay, now 3 to the power 2k, again for the rule we need the coefficient of k to be 1. So we can write 3 to the power 2 times k, 3 to the power 1, that is 3. So this is 9 power k times 3. So now we will use 3 to the power 2k plus 1 in this format. Okay, so let's substitute it here. This is same as z transform of 9 to the power k times 3. Now 3 is a scalar, we can take it outside the operator, z transform of 9 to the power k. So now see, we have the term 9 to the power k which is in this form. We can use the rule, so it gives you 3 times z over z minus 9. So this is how we work with such kind of questions. So when we write the sequence say 7 power k, the value of k varies from 1 to infinity. So it means 7 power 1, 7 power 2, 7 power 3 and so on. Okay, so this gives you the sequence 7, 49, 343 and like that. When we say the sequence 2 times 7 power k. So it means 2 multiplied by 7 power 1, 2 multiplied with 7 power 2, 2 multiplied with 7 power 3, and so on. So this gives you 2 multiply 7, that is 14. 2 multiply 7 power 2 means 2 multiply 49. 2 multiply 343, and so on. This is different than the sequence if you multiply this 2 inside. If you say 2 multiply 7, that is 14 to the power k. So what it will give you? 14 to the power 1, 14 power 2, 14 power 3, and so on. Isn't it? So how is it different? Because here the second term is 98, whereas here it is 14, 1, 96, and so on. Okay, so that's why we say that these are different series. So let's take another example based on the same rule. Like if you have z transform of 6z to the power 3k minus 1, then what you will do? Now as 6 is a scalar, you can take it outside. 6 times z transform of z to the power 3k minus 1. Then again with 3k minus 1, you will work in the same way as we worked for this example. So we can write it as z to the power 3k minus 1 as z to the power 3. Wait a minute. In place of z, it should be a number. Sorry, it's by mistake. It should be a number, say 5. Here say 5. So 5 to the power 3k minus 1. So you can write 5 to the power 3 times k and 5 to the power minus 1. So when you solve it, it gives you 125 to the power k and 5 to the power minus 1. Now it's up to you. You can write it is divide by 5 or leave it like 5 to the power minus 1. So this gives you, when you substitute back here, so this terms gives you 6 times z transform of 125 to the power k, 5 to the power minus 1. If you take this 5 to the power minus 1 outside and bring it in the denominator, so divide by 6, divide by 5, and for 125k we use this property with a is equal to 125. So this gives you z over z minus 125. So this is how we can work with different values of a and different terms in the power by using this rule. Now we will see how to make use of this rule. Last rule says that z transform of k a to the power k, it is az over z minus a to the power 2. So what we have to do is we have to get the value of constant a, and here we are replacing at two different positions. So this is how it is different. Here when we are getting value of a, we are just replacing here. But here the constant is replaced at two different places. So when we have to work with the questions, so it can be like, say for example, z transform of k 3 power k. So now here a is 3, work on it. 3z over z minus 3 to the power 2, direct. Second thing, I can say z transform of, say k minus 3 to the power k. So now again you have to use this rule. So in place of plus 3, here you have a as minus 3. So it will give you minus 3z over z minus of minus 3 square. So you can write minus 3z over z plus 3 power 2. See what we did here? We got 3, we replace 3 here and here. When we have minus 3, we substitute the value of a here and here. So minus minus gives you plus 3. What else can be asked here? Like suppose you have z transform of say k minus 2 to the power 3k plus 7 like this. So here now it's the mixed question. So first is you have to separate this term, simplify this term. So we can split it into two terms like minus 2 to the power 3k times minus 2 to the power 7. It's okay, no need to simplify it, leave it like this. Here minus 2 to the power 3 and power k, and this term same. So we can write it as minus 8 to the power k and minus 2 to the power 7. Now substitute this value here. This gives you z transform of k times minus 8 to the power k minus 2 to the power 7. Okay, so this gives you, now minus 2 to the power 7 is a constant, take it outside. Minus 2 to the power 7 z transform of k minus 8 to the power k. This gives you minus 2 to the power 7. Now here we can make use of this rule with the value of a as minus 8. So it means we are working like example 3. So it gives you minus 8z over z plus 8 power 2. Say if it is a, we write here minus a. If it is minus a, we write here plus a. This gives you the solution. So in this question, I just simplified this term first. Okay, and write it like this. Then I just kept the value here. So the question is not changed. So I just substituted this value here and then started working so that this rule is used. This last rule can be used in this way. So as it was minus 8, we put minus here and plus here. Now as we look at this question, it's always better to simplify it first before applying the rules directly. So we simplify by multiplying 3k inside to both terms. So it will become 3k times minus 2 over k plus 3k times minus 7 to the power 2k minus 4 to the power k minus 2. Now we can cancel the same term here, k with k. So this gives us minus 6 plus 3k. Now it is power 2k. We don't want power 2, so we can write minus 7 power 2 and power k. And we can split the powers as well, 4 to the power k, 4 to the power minus 2. So we use the rules like if you have a minus b, you can write x to the power a, x to the power minus b. And the second rule that we used, x to the power m n, you can write x to the power m times n. So this gives you minus 6 plus 3k minus 7 power 2. So minus minus become plus. This is 49k minus 4 power k and 4 power minus 2. It's okay, you can leave it like this or you can simplify it as like 16 power minus 1 or divide by 16. Everything is okay. So now this is the simplified form of your function. So now apply z transform to this function f of k. So using the linearity property, it is same as finding the z transform of minus 6 plus z transform of 3k 49 to the power k minus Z transform of 4 to the power k, 4 to the power minus 2 later.